So with Capcom's special countdown, we got an announcement for the upcoming Street Fighter 6. Unfortunately, we got no news regarding the Resident Evil series. However, it's really not that big of a deal because I can assure you that we will be getting some new Resident Evil content very soon, specifically with the Resident Evil 8 Village DLC. DLC for this game has been in development for nearly a year now, so there is no doubt about it that it is on the horizon. So with that being said, in today's video, I will be going over everything we know so far about the upcoming Village DLC, from the leaks, rumors, and legitimate info we have received. But before we start, if you are new here and end up enjoying the video, then make sure to subscribe for more Resident Evil content like this. Also make sure to comment down below what kind of DLC you would like to see for Village. Now with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So guys, if you were to search up the website SteamDB and type in Resident Evil 8, this is what we are looking at. As we know, the Trauma Pack, Mr. Raccoon Weapon Charm, and the Survival Resources Pack have already been released into the game. But the 4 files above this is what we could potentially be looking at for Village DLC. As you can see, there are 2 smaller files around the 600 megabyte range, and there are 2 larger files in the 28 gigabyte range. Now Resident Evil 8 itself is around 50 gigabytes, so if this is the size of the DLC, then it looks like there will be a ton of content to go through, so that is very exciting to see. As for the smaller files, it could probably be something like new weapons or weapon skins. Now if you click on these files, it shows that they were created on December 7th, 2021 and last updated December 17th. This was a few months back now, so it kind of makes me wonder if the DLC is already complete. It's likely though that if this is the DLC, then they are probably just polishing the content and making sure everything is running smoothly. Now aside from this, we do have another leak coming from Dust Golem stating that the DLC will consist entirely of scrapped content. I know a lot of people specifically want an Ada Wong DLC as she was a scrapped character, so if this leak is true, then we might just see Ada show up. So last year in June during the E3 event, Capcom has confirmed that the DLC was in development, but unfortunately it's been quite a few months later and we still have not heard any new announcement for Capcom regarding a release date. However, there are a few things we can go off of to get an idea of when we could possibly see it. Resident Evil 7's 2 major DLC packs were released roughly 1 year after the main game, therefore it's likely we will see Resident Evil Village DLC release in spring of 2022, possibly in May, a year after the release, as this would make a lot of sense. Also, luckily, Capcom has confirmed that the DLC will be completely free. Those who played Resident Evil 7 will remember that the game's first major DLC pack, Not a Hero, was also free. It featured Chris Redfield's final confrontation with Lucas Baker and took a much more action-heavy approach than Ethan's adventure in Resident Evil 7. RE7's second DLC, End of Zoe, however, did come with a modest fee, so it remains to be seen if any future Resident Evil Village DLC after the free one will eventually come at a price. So guys, there has been a lot of speculation going around as what the DLC could possibly be, and honestly, your guess is as good as mine. There's definitely a lot of ways Capcom can approach this, so I can't wait to see what we will end up getting. However, there are a few likely contenders, like a DLC for Ada Wong. As we know, she was originally going to be in the game but was scrapped due to many conflicting scenarios. Now Capcom did state that they originally had no plans for DLC but decided to work on it when a ton of fans demanded it, and at the same time, fans were demanding something in particular, and that is an Ada Wong DLC. So I do think Capcom has definitely taken this option into consideration, since you can find people talking about it everywhere. Another contender would involve Chris and his crew. At the end of Resident Evil 8, when Chris, Mia, and the entire Hound Wolf squad escape, we learn that the BSAA has been making bioweapons, and with that, Chris is noticeably angered, stating someone has to pay. It's honestly a perfect setup for future things to come, so maybe we could see a DLC where Chris and his crew infiltrate the BSAA, taking out all of the bioweapons that they have created. Now I personally am a bit skeptical about this one because I personally think it is a more likely setup for Resident Evil 9. Now a couple other ideas I've heard a lot is a Villager DLC with all of the people in Louisa's house, telling the story of how they survived all the Lycans up until meeting Ethan. And another option a lot of people seem to want is a DLC for the 4 Lords, going into more detail about their backstory. I think this one is very likely since many fans have a thing for Lady D, so why wouldn't Capcom take advantage of the situation? But anyways, there you have it. That is everything we know so far about the upcoming Resident Evil 8 DLC. Once again, make sure to let me know your own DLC ideas for this game in the comments below. That is going to be it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.